Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with Preacher.
Hey!
I'm with Sean O'Mac.
Good evening.
Sean, what does Preacher have to say? Do you know? He told me he had an announcement.
I don't know.
Preacher.
To all of our viewers out there that have supported the show since day one, or if you've come along the way, I gotta share that my wife and I are expecting twins come next spring, so that's gonna be crazy.
Twins?
Twins.
That's
awesome.
two babies at the same time.
Yes, Evo. That is two at the same time.
That's awesome.
Is that the words we're using? That's sketchy, bro.
Sketchy?
I had one baby once, so that was crazy.
You know, it was a little shocking at first when we first found out we were having twins, but you know, the shock kind of wears off a little bit afterwards. But you know, we're super excited, and so yeah, I figured.
Wait, am I invited to the diaper party?
Oh, absolutely.
So instead of bringing 2 packs, do I have to bring 4 because you decided to have 2 kids? That's wild, bro.
Wait, remember divisional round diaper party?
Yeah, Super Wild Card Weekend, bud.
That is gonna be
Let's
sick.
go!
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope, bro.
Hey,
Hold the mic
like now.
That's our microphone. You're gonna blow it out.
That's the only reason why we have a podcast,
That's
man.
like a candle.
Look, we could use the camera's microphone, but that's not as professional, and we want to look professional.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anyhow, let's get right into it. Huge week and huge week. There are some undefeated teams. The 2 undefeated teams not playing this week on bye.
The Chiefs and the Vikings?
Chiefs and the Vikings both
my
on bye,
God.
which is kind of great because we don't got to worry about the 12th member of the team, the
Taylor?
refs.
Oh.
No, the refs. Or you don't got to worry about Chris Collinsworth talking about. So here's a guy.
That's our Chris Collinsworth right here.
Yeah,
So look, here's a kid.
I was talking about the Chiefs, so because he really loves the Chiefs. But
Not to cut you off, but can I just say something as far as buys go this week coming up?
yeah,
So it's the Dolphins, Chiefs, Rams, and Vikings. That's a lot of fantasy.
I think last
factors.
week was even worse with the Lions and Eagles by itself.
I mean, I think
Waddle, Hill.
haven't done anything since Tua's been hurt.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with
Kelsey's been nothing. Pacheco's hurt. Rashee Rice is hurt.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt.
Mahomes has done less than nothing.
Kyrie Williams, that's about it.
Yep, because the other 2 are hurt.
I mean, Sam Darnold's and Justin Jefferson. That's
Aaron Jones.
I mean,
And I made the right call of sitting Darnold last week. Oh, I'm a genius.
yeah, but if you didn't listen to the last pod, but Evo gave advice to the person he was facing, and it almost bit him in the
Still won.
yeah, but Darnell Mooney throwing up 30-some points on Thursday night.
31 on my dome piece. I said, oh
no! So let's get right into this matchup this week. The Sunday morning 9:30 game time.
In London. Indubitably, sir.
Yes.
Tea and crumpets. Governor.
Touchdown Jesus, Trevor Lawrence, taking on
Good Lord. Come
Caleb Williams.
Ew.
Caleb Williams' first trip over the pond. Which, interesting enough, the spread is a 1.5 favorite to the Bears. Even though I feel like Jacksonville is the adopted team of
They are.
Of England.
So I made a very loud statement to my friend group, not on the podcast, before they got the funding to build the stadium in Jacksonville, because they were fighting for years trying to get funding, and they weren't getting it. I said the Jaguars are going to London. Watch. Because, dude, it's every year they're getting 1 or 2 games over in London.
Yeah.
They're just grooming them to love the Jaguars.
I mean, I don't know why you'd want to love the Jaguars, but anyhow, so Sean O'Mac with the number 1 place in our pick'em took over the lead with a 45-33 record. Went 10 for 4 last week. Evo second place. Went 6 for 8 last week.
I did.
42 and 36 overall, and I won a 7 and 7 for a 40 and 38 record overall. Sean O'Mac, who did you take in this game? Shocker.
I took the Bears.
Shocker.
You love Caleb.
You literally.
It's coming together slowly but surely.
You're right. I will agree that he's looking a lot better.
The whole offense in general. They found a run game. You can start Swift with confidence now.
I still wouldn't.
I'm listening to you, but the first game of that streak was a fluke with that 70-yard touchdown run. I'm calling it a fluke. I don't care. Now, last week, you're right. He looked pretty good. He was finally... They must have gave him some glasses because he actually had some vision.
And he finally remembered DJ Moore's on the team.
Yeah. And the only week I've benched DJ Moore this entire season in my one league, and he puts up 27 on my bench.
You know
that's how it works.
Okay.
I know, but it's just...
I know, that's how it works. Ebo, you got the...
Huh?
Who do you have in this game?
I got the Jags, bro.
All right, boy.
Their defense is still dog shit. Peterson needs to get out of there. They need to get a new head coach.
Dougie P?
Yeah. Send him out. You know what? Robert Saleh is on the... They can't get him right now.
But he's on vacation right now. He's not taking another coaching job in the league this year.
I was just about to say that, but thanks for saying it for me. So, Belichick, send it home. Variable, send it home. Get Peterson out of there. Get someone in there that knows how to coach. Let's call it a day.
I got the Jaguars in this game.
I do too.
But, piggybacking off of that, what if you brought in defensive coordinator Bill Belichick?
I get it. That's all they need.
That's all they need.
That defense, like the names on it, it's stacked. Linebacker core is nuts. And they're just ass? Nah.
Look, Jacksonville...
Something wrong with it.
Jacksonville, to me, is a team that is... it's an interesting team because I feel like they could easily be better than what they are right now if their defense was better.
I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm curious. I want to know what's going on with that. Is Tank overtaking Travis?
That's what it's looking like. And as an ETN fantasy owner, I'm really butthurt about it. Wish I would have seen it coming a couple weeks ago. Maybe I could have traded his bitch ass. But as it sits right now, they're definitely splitting.
I'm pretty sure in all of our leagues, Tank's available. He won't be after tonight.
No.
I'm just saying, put a claim in if you want him.
I think you maybe could still trade Travis Etienne.
Yes, you'll get something.
Just based off a name alone, I think you could get something. But
I'd like to read you guys his snap percentage from week 1 until week 5. Okay. 70, 72, 69. Clear cut RB1. Week 4 against Houston, 52. That's 50-50. Grow up. Against Indy, 38. Now, Etienne has been questionable. He has a shoulder issue. Is he on a snap count? If that's the case, it makes sense. We have not seen reports about a snap count whatsoever. So I'd love to know what's going on because I'm not high on Tank Bigsby. I don't know if it's just he's a different look that defenses aren't looking for, so they're not game planning for him. But last year his efficiency was bottom. It was very low. So maybe he just kind of...
He's creeping in there.
Maybe. What say you, Preach? Oh, shit.
Preach. You know what it is. It is Brian Thomas Jr.
Ooh.
That boy has taken off in the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
Correlating with the shared targets in the backfield. That man, I think, may be the reason why Travis Etienne's share in the backfield has gone down. Because he is so good. He is almost I would actually say, he is a dark horse preacher lock on his team.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. And if you guys didn't know what happened, he threw the flag. Anyway,
anything else on this game?
I don't think so, other than make sure you might want to start Trevor Lawrence, even though we have talked good things about that Bears defense. See if he can ride that wave from last week. I'm debating it because I did pick him up last week. And I'm really debating it.
And also make sure that these guys are in your lineup before
9:30 start time.
9:30 in the morning.
9:30 start time.
So 9:30 start time. Remember that. The first 1 o'clock game on our list, the Washington Commanders going to the Baltimore Ravens. That's a clean sweep on the board, the Ravens, for all three of us.
Let me tell you, though, it was such a tough one for me.
Tough.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
but it was a very tough matchup for me because, oh my God, Jaden Daniels is just so damn good. But it came down to me with the defense. The Ravens' defense is very hot or cold. It's either you can do whatever you want against them or you can't do a damn thing.
It was very cold last Sunday.
Right. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But is the Commanders going to put up points? Yes. Is Derrick Henry about to go fucking yard? Yes. Now, we don't have a Gridiron Goons bet of the week per se this week. We keep losing, okay? It's depressing, all right? But if I were to make one on the spot, I would go Derrick Henry for over 120 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Dead ass. He is, I think he's going to make an absolute meal out of that Washington defense. Truly believe it.
Yeah, so do I.
I think for me in this game, defense, like we said, hot and cold for the Ravens. I just feel like this is going to come down to a Derrick Henry game. He's been playing lights out this whole year, and I think it's going to continue this week. And that's why I've given them the nod. Sean O'Mac, what's your thoughts on this one?
Look, I agree with you on Derrick Henry. I also want to mix in Lamar. I think Lamar's going to have game 2. I mean, with Henry running the way he is, do you understand what that does for Lamar?
Dude, well, it opens up Lamar in his legs, and it opens up Lamar in his arms, and that's why Zay Flowers has become a lineup lock for me.
And last week we seen Andrews finally get mixed into the
I saw that! I felt so happy for that man. I said, you finally got off probation. You can actually catch now. I thought he was just on blocking punishment.
I thought he was just on his way to retirement, to be honest with you.
At 28 years old, in the prime of his life as a tight end?
I mean, he just hadn't been getting anything. Let's keep moving. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. No Derek Carr. Spencer Rattler supposedly looking to get the nod. Taysom Hill still injured. For that reason and the fact that Big Mike is going to have a big game, give me the Bucs.
You know, I've said this before. The only time I'm weary about starting Big Mike is against the Saints.
I get that.
Lattimore has that dude's number.
But
I don't know what it is. I don't know if he calls him the night before the game talking shit. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I have more respect for Mike Evans over anybody in the league. But I think any true Buccaneer fan like myself will fully agree with me that Marshawn Lattimore has that dude's number.
If that's the case, big night for Godwin.
Big night for Godwin. It's coming up.
I get that and I understand, but I think Big Mike, he's been on a tear this year.
He has.
I think Big Mike has got something going here.
I'm hoping we can just get the run game going.
I think Bucky will have a game.
You think it'll be Bucky? Because they've been splitting.
Slowly, but I understand that, but I think Bucky's eventually going to take it over.
You know what? You might be right.
You know, I said last week I think he's a couple weeks away. I still think he's a couple weeks away. I think this game being a divisional opponent on the road, it's going to be a tough matchup for Bucky to actually prove himself to be that timeshare.
Speaking about being on the road, I do want to bring up one thing. I'm glad it's on the road because Florida is, I believe as we speak, getting hit by a massive
About to be. By the time the pod comes out, it'll be over. So hopefully, everybody down there stays safe.
Yep. Hope everyone's safe. I know they're evacuating the city. Not just about my Buccaneers. I hope everyone's safe down there in Florida. It's not looking great.
Speaking about your Bucks, I really hope Raymond James Stadium is going to be okay because you guys have a huge trip coming up here in about a month,
November
right?
10th. I believe.
Yes, it is.
About a month from now, you guys are going to be in Tampa. So
Niners against Bucks. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Going to be a game. Sean, what's your thoughts on the Bucks here? Bucks.
I like the Bucks. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I know the Lattimore Evans thing. That's no secret. Like I just said, for sure, fired up Godwin.
Yeah,
there's no way you can keep him out of your lineup this week.
He is a must start this week because if Evans Evans has had great games against Lattimore. It's happened multiple times. Okay, but it is a 50-50 chance. I would fire up Godwin all day. All day.
Are you still starting White?
I'm having a hard time.
He's definitely in a flex spot if you are going to start him.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have a running back you'd rather start over White, you fucked your team up. It's that simple. Because I even based my team around White was going to start every week, and I've been subbing him out. It's not looking good for us in that aspect.
Well, talking about a team that probably should be subbing out somebody, that would be the Cleveland Browns going against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's another clean sweep for the Goons here with the Eagles.
Please put Winston in.
They're not gonna.
They're not going to, and until they do, I'm not picking the Browns every single week.
Never again.
I'm going on record saying that.
Yep, never again.
Heck, even DTR at this point.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
I would much rather give that guy a shot.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, that's still even...
That dude's booty cheeks.
Yeah. So, Eagles on this one, I think this is going to be a big game.
Do we know if... A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith is coming back?
I don't know, but I think this is a big game for Saquon Barkley.
I'm going to look that up. You guys keep this rolling.
I guess Cleveland Browns defense, Myles Garrett, and that team, they haven't been terrible. They've been pretty decent, keeping the team somewhat engaged. But we alluded to last episode about Deshaun Watson. I want to play a little game with you, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
So as Evo looks up the injury report, if in fact Deshaun Watson, let's just say they get benched, he gets benched, and Jameis Winston in fact starts, they have the Philadelphia Eagles, the Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens, Chargers. And that's through November 3rd.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
And it only gets worse from here. So this is starting November 17th. So they have a November 10th bye. After the bye, Saints, Steelers, Broncos, Steelers, Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Ravens to end the year.
Okay, do they have a shittier back end than the Steelers do? Good Lord.
Given that recent information,
why aren't we giving someone else a try?
Keep Watson in there to lose games and get a top 5 pick for one of these quarterbacks.
I love that.
If we're getting real, you're throwing. I know we want Jameis Winston to take the helm of this team, but looking at this, and maybe it's one of two things. Maybe you give Jameis the nod, and you know what? Hey, this season is scratched anyhow, and with the matchups we have coming in the teams, I would say even if Jameis Winston starts, there probably is maybe one, maybe 2 games I could say they could win, and I say that because are
they 1-4 right now?
I believe so.
If if they have 5 wins at the end of the season, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, they are 1.
I'll be dead ass.
That back half, that
tough.
sucks. That is rough.
Yeah, I mean, I really think the only win they could really realistically have is maybe
They
the
might
Chargers,
split with
maybe the
Steelers.
Saints, or split a series.
Yeah.
The Dolphins might be the easiest win if Tua's not
if
back.
Tua's back, it's game over.
Right, but if Tua's not back, that may be the best win they have. But,
Yeah, they're 1-4.
Yeah, if they end the season with 5, I'll be shocked. If they end it with 6,
yeah.
I'm over the moon for them. Good for you guys.
Did you?
I did find out that both AJ Brown and Devonta Smith are expected to return week 6.
Oh, geez, game over. Yeah.
So if that's the case, strong start for an Eagle.
For sure. Let's keep her moving. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Sean O'Mac, who'd you take on this one?
I took the Titans. Not for nothing specific. Sometimes I just like to take a gamble.
Long shot?
Yeah.
Hey, it paid off last week.
That's what I did last week with the Giants and who'd they play?
The Hawks. Seahawks.
Yeah.
Well,
I picked them because they were playing the Sea Chickens.
Wow. I mean, I'm a little concerned you picked the Titans here, man, because
I'm all right with it.
I think Joe Flacco, if he's at the helm, if Anthony Richardson's out another week, I think
Joe Flacco's at the helm, he's about to die.
I get that.
That's where
I like dead ass. I took the Titans just to
make a little spark there.
Yeah, make it a little bit interesting.
I like it. Evo and I both have the Indianapolis Colts. Evo, what's your thoughts on this one here?
That's definitely assuming Flacco starts.
Right.
But if Richardson starts, I still like the odds.
Okay.
Now that'll definitely skew my opinion on starting Michael Pittman Jr. Mm-hmm. If Flacco's in, Pittman's in. It's factual. He only got like 14 points last week, so I would call it good. That's solid. And if you ask for more than 15, you're kind of being greedy.
Yeah.
And he was right there, so I'm okay with it. I believe Jonathan Taylor is still questionable with his high ankle sprain.
Okay.
And what's his name? Trey Sermon. He put up 20-plus points last week. He looked phenomenal. He's going to be a solid start against that Titans defense as well. And the only player I would really want to start from the Titans would be Pollard.
Okay. All right. Quick hit on this one. Outside of the Nico injury, which is a day-to-day, Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. We all three took the Texans. I think that's Drake May is starting, but I do think that's self-explanatory why we took the
It's kind
Texans.
of a tough game to have the rookie start out, to be honest. Against Texans, I don't know who they're playing next or anything, but that's a tough game.
Is Mixon going to be back?
I don't believe
think so.
Hopefully you can find it quick.
Oh, no, it just says return date still to be determined.
Yeah, so most likely not this week.
Most likely not, but I still think the Texans are going to win on that one.
But you know what? I would love to see how Drake May responds to Stroud's advice, if he has any for him after the game, or if he cries like a little bitch.
Hey, let's not get back on that train. Yeah. Let's keep her moving to my Green Bay Packers playing the Arizona Cardinals.
The Cardinals?
The Cardinals, yes. Sean O'Mac is taking his Maserati Marv homerism. Wait, sorry. No, you did change it to... You were talking about going with Maserati Marv. All three, this is a Packers sweep.
Pack is back.
Pack is back. Been back. Staying back.
Start Jaden Reed.
Start Jordan Love.
And can I just say, I watched the game entirely last week of the Cardinals-Niners. Mm-hmm. Kyler is legit.
He looks really good.
Like,
I've been saying it, man.
I get it. But, like, the first, snap of the game when he scrambled 50-yard touchdown, and then just the whole game, his passes were just precision, dude. I mean, he's legit.
He is.
I was watching on the red zone, so I caught, bits and pieces. And, dude, as soon as the red zone started, Hansen didn't even finish his opening line. He said, "We've already got a touchdown." It was Kyler Murray. I was like, what?
As much as Kyler Murray's been a really good guy, he also hasn't seen a Xavier McKinney with his 5 interceptions in 5 games. So I'm hoping to go 6 for 6 weeks here,
Has he seen the pass rush that Green Bay brings?
I don't know.
I mean, he saw Bosa, but that's one guy. They've got like 4 that are constantly in the backfield.
So either way,
sketchy, bro.
Packers going to take this one.
I do believe that. Must starts on the Cardinals are definitely going to be James Conner, Kyler, and Marv.
Trey McBride.
I'll give Trey McBride too.
Question, Sean.
Shoot.
Very offensive heavy.
You were talking about this guy last episode. Tucker Kraft.
Yes.
Is he a start for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Over Laporta, I'm starting him.
Whoa!
I love it. Laporta ain't done shit.
You got to take your risk with your reward there, bud.
I get that.
Keep her moving. Los Angeles Chargers against the Denver Broncos. Evo, what you saying on this one?
The odd man out. Give me them Chargers. To be honest, I don't know why I still have so much faith in them.
They put them every single
It's Coach
week.
Harbaugh.
They do, but no, I don't give a damn. Anyway, Jay Herbo's still a thug. I don't care what he looks like fantasy-wise. Love my boy Ladd. Now,
He's balling.
let me just say this.
Ladd McConkey?
Ladd McConkey. PS2 is gonna
Oh my
floor
God.
that guy. You do not start Ladd if you haven't.
I was just going to say that's one of the reasons I took the Broncos because, guys, that defense is coming together, and it's coming together quick.
Yes.
It is.
It's really weird to say the Broncos have a solid defense.
And I'm really curious. It might not be this week against that Broncos front, but I want to see how J.K. Dobbins comes back from a bye, see if he's due for a big game. And I think I got to add, I tried to get him back today in one of our leagues.
You did? Yeah.
Let's pause for a second.
Pause? What do you mean pause?
We gotta pause for a second, man. Yes. So remember a couple weeks ago when there was a particular trade
I do.
that
I remember it very fondly. Yes.
somebody made in the redraft league that wasn't the best trade in the world.
God, I hope our listeners remember because I'm about to tell it again.
So I made a mistake. I made a big mistake.
What was it, Preacher?
It was David Montgomery,
And
Chris Olave,
for
J.K. Dobbins. So that being said, if this was a J.K. Dobbins for Chris Olave trade, it wouldn't have been terrible. But I put David Montgomery in there. Chris Olave had two big games. Week 3 he went 20. Week 4 he went 16.7. And in week 3 with the loss to Derek Carr, he went 3 points. J.K. Dobbins, after week 2, I had him. He went a terrible 8.4 against the Steelers and a 9.2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now my hope was that he's going to come back and do pretty good off this bye week. David Montgomery, on the other hand, in this trade deal, in week 3 had a 21-point game and a 15-point game. So I definitely made the wrong trade of the year.
who did I try to give you for David Montgomery?
We don't talk about it.
You know what? Whatever, man.
We don't want to be paused right now, bro.
We don't want to be paused again. But Sean O'Mac said today that he would trade me Chris Olave for J.K. Dobbins. You weren't on the phone call at the moment.
Oh, come on.
So that did happen today. I told Sean O'Mac, let me think about it, and I'll send it over if I want it. And I
should have sent it.
Probably am not going to send it over. Not with Derek Carr at the current moment looking to be out for a couple weeks.
That's when you buy him. You buy him low.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to turn around well for him.
Oh my God.
Anyhow, I got the Broncos on this one. I think that the Broncos defense has been stellar, rushing a whole lot. I think that's going to continue in this game. Sean O'Mac's got the Broncos in this one. Let's get on to another 4:05 game time. Pittsburgh Steelers against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a Steelers sweep for us.
Yes, the Raiders are good.
Christian Wilkins on the IR. Mad Max, he wasn't supposed to play last week and then played anyway.
What are we thinking? By the time that game starts, Devontae's somewhere else, right?
No.
I think it's going to go all the way till the deadline.
I think it gets done this week.
I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too late. As we record this on a Tuesday, it's
if it's already done, give Sean O'Mac his flowers.
If not, give our flowers to us over here. I just think it's not happening this week.
I think it's going to be at the deadline. I think they're going to drag it out as long as they can, and then I think the Chiefs are going to go for him. I do. I really do, and they're going to have to overpay because they are a division rival, and I think they're going to. I think they're going to pay it.
Not to someone in the division.
I think they're going to pay it, dude.
You don't typically want to trade to somebody in the division, but when you look at
Hawkinson to the Vikings, it helped the Lions.
Right. I mean, when you look at who's on the board right now, right? I think with the firing in New York, that takes the Jets off the table.
Yeah, it's gone.
I don't think that's happening.
Nope.
Who else really? Okay, so we take the Jets off the table. That was a front runner. Who else was a front runner?
Saints, I heard.
Saints,
Steelers,
Chiefs. Okay, but Derek
we
Carr.
speculated Bills and Ravens.
Yes.
Right. But if we're going off of the fact that the Jets, which may have been the number one contender, now don't have now have an interim head coach moving forward, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are primed to make a move because you have a young stud in the making in Xavier Worthy. You have an old guy in Travis Kelce. You have Patrick Mahomes. You have a running back room that hopefully by the end of the season will be healthy enough to keep her moving forward. We look and we see this time and time again with the Kansas City Chiefs. They look throughout the year, they usually look like they're a dog that just woke up from a surgery and they're just stumbling along.
Yeah,
and they got the cone head and they're just hitting the table and everything. But by the time the playoffs roll around, that team is just kicking on all cylinders. And I think I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to say that Devontae Adams is going to be a Kansas City Chiefs, that's going to be crazy.
That'll be so
not only just for this year, but that'll be even crazier next year.
Rasheed
when you
Rice,
talk about
Devontae
Devontae Adams, Xavier
and then the
Worthy,
Speed Demon. Oh my God,
that would be an insane team.
Okay, let's play hypothetical.
Okay.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
I love hypotheticals.
Yes.
Just picture this.
You're gonna blow the mic.
All right, my bad.
Picture this.
I will. With my eyes.
He winds up in Baltimore. Flowers, Adams, Lamar, Henry,
Andrews if they put him back in the pass game.
likely Andrews.
Good Lord. Everywhere you look is...
I don't even want to think about that.
I don't know.
Because here's a guy.
Oh. What up, Collinsworth?
Anyway.
Got him. Anyhow,
That would be insane.
we're getting way off topic here.
No, we're not.
Oh, wait, no, we're not.
We'll do what we want. This is
Anyhow.
our podcast. You're the one that chose to listen to it.
We thank you for listening to it. Anyhow, so here's a guy in Devontae Adams that you think's going to the Ravens.
He'll be in that red
paint
shirt.
a picture. He's going to be in the red shirt. Terry would love him to be in this blue shirt, the Detroit Lions. Playing the Dallas Cowboys. What we got on this one? Oh, wait. There's an odd man out in this room.
Who is it?
It's Sean O'Mac. Why you
Sean
got the
O'Mac?
I did pick the Cowboy. Where is it at?
It's in Dallas, but I think that's irregardless.
Hashtag Jumbotron.
You know what? I can't give you a good reason why I took the Cowboys.
Is it
just because?
It's Rico Dowdle, isn't it?
Is it Rico?
It's gotta be.
You said
Are you on the
earlier,
Rico train?
He's the one now, isn't he?
I think so.
We would think
and
so.
I'm trading him to someone soon.
So
I'm not holding on.
history has shown us after Dak and CD have had a little scuffle on the sideline. Not a scuffle, but like a little squirm, whatever you want to call it. They've come out, CD's come out the following week, and I think during that week of practice, they make it a point to get CD the ball. And I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you know what? On that Lions secondary, it's going to happen repeatedly. I think their secondary is not good enough to contain CD, but I think it's too good to let Tolbert and the other one run all over him too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're above a certain criteria, but not as high as they need to be in the
And you know what? We didn't even mention Dallas, who need wideouts as a potential.
That's not happening. It's not
They don't have
happening.
the cap
They don't
space.
have room. There's no way they got room.
They got to sign Micah next year. And they just made Dak the highest paid.
Yeah.
Good luck.
There's no way they got room.
Good luck.
Absolutely not.
Game bear.
Not happening. Not happening. You know what is going to happen?
I don't.
The Atlanta Falcons and Kirk O'Chains is
Are we
going
just
to...
going to skip over every single Lions player that you have to be starting this week against that bum-ass Dallas
I guess
defense?
go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
All of them. Except for Laporta.
Man, he's hit.
Maybe just leave him on the fucking bench. Go pick up, damn... Kate Otten, bro.
Crap.
He'll give you the same amount of points.
Tucker Kraft?
Yes, and I'm telling you, if you look, I guarantee you he's still on the wire somewhere. I would have him. I would make a spot for him on my bench.
What about Hingle McCringleberry?
Hingham McCringleberry.
Penn State University.
Well, they don't even have Quentin Jammer back there.
What about Jammer Chase?
I don't know, man. So start all the Lions, but...
Maybe
Let's
not
see.
golf.
Especially if you have Montgomery.
No, definitely golf.
Okay.
Start golf.
Okay. Now can we go to the other
Okay.
game? Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers. Kirk O'Chain's coming off the monster game on last Thursday. I think he's just going to continue to roll in this game.
So do I. I want nothing to do with this game. That's why I took the Falcons.
Is everyone losing their fucking mind except for me? This is weird. Normally it's just me. Can
you...
I want to make a switch. First time.
It's already in the system.
First time in podcast history, I am switching, and I'm taking the Panthers. Kirk O'Chains is going to be hungover.
What?
He's going to be hungover from that massive game. The Red Rifle is going to connect. Chuba Hubbard is doing better than he's ever thought he could do. Give me the Panthers. I'm switching it up live on the pod.
Okay.
And you know what? Can I say something?
Are you going to switch too?
No!
Oh.
I want to bring something up.
Sounds like it's about me.
Is you remember over the summertime or after like our drafts how much shit we gave Terry for trading Bijan in every league? It's starting to look like he was right now.
Dude, so
What is that?
We always tell Terry he don't know ball.
This
Does he
whole
actually know
year,
ball?
he's made me proud, dude.
I think with Terry,
You feel like a proud pop?
Yes.
I think with Terry here is, I think it's not that he necessarily knows ball, which we probably should just say he knows. He probably should say he knows ball because he's leading in our redraft league with a 4-1 record.
I'll give him that credit.
I think he may luck into some of these moves. I think.
I get it.
I think, especially on his redraft team, he has Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Brandon Ayuk, which was that a trade for Brandon?
He drafted him.
Oh no, he drafted Brandon.
We
Ayuk.
made a joke about he was taking off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He did acquire Debo in a trade from Mud Duck. But that was the Justin Jefferson trade.
He got Jonathan Taylor.
As well out of that trade.
He did.
I mean, he did. You did. It was Jonathan Taylor and Debo for.
That's not so bad now.
It's not.
No, not now.
Not now.
Can I just hold on? I want to talk about Bijan for a minute. We don't talk about him a lot on the pod, and I think it's because he's been doing mediocre. I still think it's the coaching and Algier. I don't know if I'm blind because of all the hype that was around him, which is possible, but I see him as a very opportunistic back. He's not linear. You can't really figure him out. I think he's catching a lot of bad breaks. Like, you'll see him cut to the outside, and someone will just grab his shoestring and get him down. And it's like, that right there was a 40-yard touchdown run. But you just couldn't get over his hand. Or, why is Algier running this entire drive? I've seen the side-by-sides of Bijan and Algier. Bijan looks night and day way different than Algier and way better.
Yeah.
But they're running Algier, and I think it's because he's more of a power back, and Bijan is more of an elusive receiving back. And I think that's what's getting in the way, is they want to be a power run team, and Bijan is taking the brunt of it. I think if Bijan keeps putting up these mediocre numbers, at the end of his rookie contract, he's going to want out, and whoever picks him up is going to get a Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. That's what I think is honestly going to happen with him. I have Bijan in a dynasty league that I got from Terry, and I'm prepared to wait the 3 years if I need to for that to pay off. Because you know what? I will take a guy that gives me a guaranteed 10 to 15 every week. I'll take it. I don't need to shoot for the moon.
Well, and especially if you have a 10 to 15 guy that complements a guy that gets you 20, 30 points a game, that's probably the route you want to take. But I mean, look, we said it on the podcast that we're okay with taking Bijan. We're okay with taking Kyle Pitts and being hurt again. And I think, is it the fact that we've all hyped up Bijan and Kyle Pitts to this point, and we've never had a season where they've given us the reason to put them at this level outside of everybody saying that they're this elusive, extreme, talented, team.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of like, okay, I should be upset, but I'm not.
No.
And
that's the thing with Pitts, is right now you're getting 5 or 15 from Pitts.
Yeah.
And it's like in the tight end position this year, I'll take that gamble, 5 to 15. Because any other tight end will get you 5.
Yep.
There's only 5 tight ends that'll get you 15.
Yeah.
I'll take my chance.
Yeah. Want to move on to the next game?
We spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah. Bengals at the Giants. You two took the Bengals. I'm taking the Giants.
You just wanted to be different like Sean last week.
I think that offense keeps trucking, dude. I think it's going to roll right into there, and they're going to...
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man.
Finish it up.
I like the Bengals offense.
I do too. Jammer Chase is about
Okay,
to.
man. I think that the Giants are coming off a huge win. I do want to be a little different than you guys to maybe capitalize on an opportunity to get a big dub.
Hopefully,
in
Nabbers
here.
will be back.
But the Bengals defense, I think, like the Ravens, have been a little hot and cold defense. So I'm hoping they're going to be on a cold stretch this game. But it could go either way. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bengals do win and maybe win by a large sum.
I think it will be.
It wouldn't also surprise me if the Giants pull up another upset as well.
I'm hearing you and I'm with you, but I think Joe Burrow is going to continuously put 3 to 4 touchdowns on the board every single week.
It's possible.
And I think that right there, not a lot of teams can keep up with that.
Right. But I'm just hoping it doesn't happen this week.
You know what? I might.
Are you going to change?
No, I'm gonna make an 8-legger on that game.
8-legger?
Oh.
Hell yeah!
You're going to blow the mic out.
I might blow that mic out.
No, that's our only mic, man.
No, we got a backup. So if Sean blows this bitch out, we're still dropping an episode on Thursdays. And Saturdays.
Oh.
We might switch Saturday to Friday, by the way. We're thinking about it. Because a lot of our views are happening on the Monday after.
Which is interesting because
It's a little odd.
the week's over by then.
So you're just listening to what we got wrong and what we got right, and you're laughing at us.
We'll take it.
Anyway.
Anyhow, if you want to comment, go into a Saturday or Friday episode. Just
let us know, man.
Know.
And the announcer voice.
Yes.
If you like that.
Yes.
And thanks again for not making me drink Mayo coffee.
Or if you hate it, say that too.
And if you want,
And if you want him to drink Mayo coffee, it's still on the table.
Yeah, it's 20 views per.
All we want is 10 comments.
Yeah, that's all we need.
And he's drinking the Hellman coffee.
Yes, it's
What?
to the end.
Wait,
of it's to the end of the
whoa.
season,
I don't know
man.
what to tell you, bro.
End of the season.
Yes, sir. Let's get her moving to the next game, the final game, Monday night game. The Buffalo Bills are facing the New York Jets, the head coachless Jets. We all have the Bills on this one. I'm surprised the over-under hasn't changed since the news has dropped.
What is the over-under?
Over-under is 40.5. The Bills are a 2.5-point favorite.
I'm looking for Josh Allen to bounce back in a
shocked.
major way.
Me too. Because he's had
major bounce back game
Yeah.
for Josh.
Yeah.
2 bad weeks. Single-digit weeks. Both of them right in a row. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
That's odd for Josh.
And Terry's got him.
He does.
He does.
And here's my thing: is Rodgers is washed. Let's get real. I'm sorry, Preach.
It's hurting me being just
me
a football
too.
fan.
Yeah.
Watching him every week. He don't
have it no more.
It hurts
I
because
feel bad.
it's like you know how much he cares about the game of football. And, as taking my Packer fan portion out of it, watching him in that London game was just...
It was
sad.
was like he it looks like he almost still has it, but he doesn't have the connection relationship to his wide receivers. And if you looked at some of the throws that he made in that London game, if it was Green Bay, if it was Devontae Adams, if it was the guys that he grew up with and played in Green Bay, even going back to a Randall Cobb era.
That's
in Green
why
Bay,
Donald
Driver, Alan Lazard, like that was some of those throws that Rodgers made looked like a throw that if Devontae Adams was there, he would have knew where he was going and he would have made that catch. And I'm a little surprised with Alan Lazard.
That's why he's getting all the... Right. From what you just explained is the entire reason Lazard is getting Garrett Wilson's workload.
Right. And that's because of the Aaron Rodgers.
They have the connection.
Effect. But it's just, it almost looks like Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that wide receiver relationship outside of Lazard knows, hey, if everything breaks loose and I'm scrambling, you go here,
and I will get you the ball.
Because even look at like some of the plays where Garrett Wilson was running a route and Rodgers was scrambling, and threw it, which if it was anybody else, i.e. Lazard or Devontae Adams, they would have known where to go. And he's still running the same route. And it's not like, it's almost like he had a really good relationship with having his wide receivers watch his eyes and watch where he was moving, where Garrett Wilson is more of a route runner. Mm-hmm. And his route tree is extensive, but it is. He seems to just keep to his route tree. Mm-hmm. And so, I just think that compounds what Aaron Rodgers is dealing with. He's dealing with an offensive line that doesn't really give him a lot of time. He got rolled up on in the game, hurt his ankle.
Yelling for pain. He went he was about to go in the blue tent, saw he had the ball back, and said, fuck it. And I said, yeah!
And can I just say,
get out there!
What the hell are you doing, New York Jets? Let Breece Hall run.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, hold on, though. Breece Halls look like shit.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. I think they need to develop passes.
Allen is getting more carries every week.
So is Breece Hall... Are we in panic mode? If you're a Breece Hall fantasy owner, are you in panic mode?
I think I'm selling the ship.
I'm selling.
Because right now is the highest you're going to get him.
Yes.
And you know what? If he shows up and he burns you, he burns you. I think it's time. But at the end of the day, I think it's time to get out. To be honest with you, I think if it's time... maybe not right now, this week 6. But if I'm a Garrett Wilson owner,
I'm getting out.
If I'm looking at trade deadline, if I'm looking out future, I'm really questioning, especially if I'm in a redraft league, is Garrett Wilson the guy I want to make my playoff push? And honestly, right now, the answer is no.
You know who is?
Who?
Lazard.
Yeah.
If you wanted someone from the Jets, you want Lazard.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something to think about for you Lazard owners. Keep him like a hawk. If you got anybody else on that team, maybe start trading them away. Is there anything else we got to talk about here?
I think we got it all covered pretty much.
We're good.
All right. Well, like we said earlier, comment on our channel, comment on our video on Spotify. Hit the poll up. We also have comments turned on Spotify as well to interact with you. And like our Facebook page and order some of our Gridiron Goons shirts.
Absolutely.
Those are super tight. We can customize them in the GGs and the favorite team colors. We can do any of that stuff. So just hit us up on Facebook. Anyhow, I'm Preach.
Sean Mack.
And I'm Brandon, and that's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron Goons Studios. And remember this, if you are going to gamble, gamble responsibly, and don't listen to what we say when it comes to gambling, because I've lost way more parlays than I've won. This is your week.